Yes, guys, how you doing? Welcome back to Football Inc. How's everyone doing? I hope you're all happy and healthy, doing the things you love. What a absolute clown show our football, well, Jonny and I's football club has become. The show today, right now, is largely going to be about Tottenham Hotspur, but there are obviously some transfer news views. Includes a really interesting story about Raspadori, by the way, who's just gone on loan. He's in advanced talks with Roma, having just joined Atletico Madrid in the summer. What a player he is. £1.5 million loan fee, Euro loan fee, £20 million option. He's just left. I think he left, was it Napoli or Atalanta? I forget. Gone to Atletico Madrid. He's now going back to Roma. Where are Tottenham with those sorts of deals? Exactly what you need right now. But of course, we're too busy dealing with Arsenal emblems on cups that our manager drinks from, or players arguing with each other. We spoke about a lot of this on the last show, but we didn't cover many topics that we need to topic. We've got Jonny here to go for everything. He was at the game last night. He saw firsthand Mickey van der Ven. Did he offer? Was it you he offered out, Jonny? Were you the guy he offered out for a fight? Was it you?
I thought he was doing his, he say, you talking to me? I'm here to amuse you. Yeah, I thought he was going to do one of them. Just got a big up to everyone that came up to me last night, who was at the game, who watches this show with Sean and I. Big up, Sean. Everyone sends their love. Lots of hugs, lots of love for the show. Really appreciate it. I know we're on other shows as well, but they big up they gave for this one. And they say carry on with our pronunciations and our accents. Our accents, and ignore the noise. No, mate, listen, honestly, let's do housekeeping and I'll come straight back to it. But I've got a lot to say about last night.
Please do smash the like button as you get in. Hit the subscribe if you haven't already. We appreciate any support. We're on the march to 6K. Hit the notification bell and comments should be dropped. Today's sponsor of the show is, of course, OK Jersey. If you are looking for all of your clobber retro gear, it's not just shirts, by the way. You can get jackets and tops, all this sort of stuff. You can also get new shirts. You can get the things that OK Jersey do that are unbranded for like athleisure. If you're just trying to get fit in the gym, all that stuff. Best prices in town, unbelievable quality. And you can't ask better than what they ask you in the price, but you actually can, because if you put in code FINC, F-I-N-C, at checkout, you get an extra 8% off. So whatever you're looking for in terms of sports clobber, OK Jersey is the way to go. And lastly, guys, before I come to Jonny and let him rant, there is, of course, the Football Inc. podcast. We are available on all platforms. So if ever you don't get to catch us live, and you want to watch us back when you're out walking the wife and you'd rather listen to us or watch us than listen to her or the dog or whatever else, you're traveling home from work and you want to listen to some football stuff, then it's easier to do that on the podcast stuff. So look us up on Spotify or Apple Pods or Amazon. You can find us there, Football Inc., or look in the description and you'll find the code. Appreciate any support over there that you can give us. Come on then, Jonny, mate. Talk me through it, man, because you were there. You got the first hand impression.
I went there with low expectations, Sean, I must admit, but I thought to myself, you know what, I can't go with this negative attitude. I have to go there, believing we're going to get something out of it. And you and I think, both predicted a 2-2 draw for last night's game. And so I arrive at the stadium. As usual, I don't follow protocol and I just wander down this road. Come through some barriers, and where do I find myself? Why are all these people standing here? They're standing here in line because the players are coming in, and I didn't know what was going on, so I just stood in the middle. Anyway, all of a sudden, my son turns around to me. He said, "Dad, are you oblivious?" And Vinay and Lurch, otherwise known as Johan Lang, literally walked past me, right? Right into the
past you. What? Yeah, the other side of the barrier. Or
no. Literally, I wasn't doing barriers. I wasn't in the barrier game. So I just stood there. And anyway, they walked past me, and I went to call out. Anyway, they've gone into the foyer bit, and I seen them going in. And where's the personality of Johan Lang? Paratici would have been coming in, shaking hands with everybody, talking to the fans. Anyway, there was none of that, right? So him and Vinay went in. And then I thought, you know what? the Bournemouth players all came in, interacted with all the fans. Lovely to see. And then the Spurs coach arrived, Sean. So I thought, I'll position myself here. In comes the coach. What do we get? We get the hood pulled up, out the bus, walk straight off. Then the next one out, straight off. Then through the middle comes Kevin Danso, slowly. And I'm thinking, well, he's going to stop and say hello to the fans. So he's come down. He's seen everyone standing there shouting, Kevin, Kev, like kids. Absolutely like that. That was about it, a finger going up. Really? They all blanked the fans.
The players don't rate our fans, mate.
All of them, kids, mate. All of them. The only person that stopped, Paulinho sort of gave a hand up. Archie Gray gave a bit of a smile, but Richarlison stopped and signed about 4 or 5 shirts for the kids. So I thought,
do you think they're told? Do you think they're like that's instruction, or do you think that's just resentment?
Mate, all you got to do is say hi, like that. Hi guys, hi, like a high five, or
I can imagine you in that environment, mate. I've seen your footage when you went I don't know if the footage you put up yesterday when the melee was happening. You 1 minute you were like row 10, next minute you're row 1, trying to get in, and also at the at Bill Bauer getting pictures. I can imagine you being, I don't know how old you are, Johnny, but I can imagine you getting into your 12-year-old mindset of like getting down there. I want to get a photo.
I know. Listen, no children were harmed. No children were harmed in me pushing them out the way to get to the front.
Did you go, fuck off?
Medic, we got 2 down. Johnny's taken 2 down. No, it was all organised, mate. It was very calm. Kids were at the front, with the little placards. It was piss poor, my opinion. Piss poor, right? You don't need to go overboard, Sean, but you can show some enthusiasm. I don't expect interaction with me, but I expect interaction with the kids. Yeah.
Yeah, but you were still a little bit pissed off you didn't get any interaction either, right?
No. It was more the kids.
Don't you know who I am?
No, it was the kids. I as I said, Richarlison was fantastic. Stopped and done the kids' shirts, which I thought was brilliant. Anyway, so go into the stadium. I was then interviewed by Sky for Martin Chivers' memorial thing. I go into the stadium and the players are warming up and everything.
How did that come about? You must have been hanging around the Sky Sports guy as well, mate.
No, I didn't.
I know you, Johnny. I know exactly what you're like.
I swear to you on my life. I swear to you on my life. The second they came away from the
Johnny always lingering around an opportunity. 100%. Come on now, Johnny.
Me, are you a Spurs fan? And I'm going, I'm wearing blue. So I did a quick interview on that one. And then I got into the stadium and it was all right. The atmosphere was okay. Yeah. Fans were singing. Fans were pretty vocal. And then, of course, Matis Tell scores his goal, which was great. Great for him. Thought he had a fabulous game. For him, one of his best games he's had.
Yep.
And then the inevitable happened. We had about 2 warnings, balls into the box again. And then eventually, of course, they scored the 2 goals. And then it became, the fans started to turn a bit. And we started singing sideways and backwards everywhere we go. Sideways and backwards.
Yeah, see, I didn't.
Huh?
When I saw your post-match thing. I get it, obviously, like, when you're at the game.
It was going on for a long time,
I hear you, but I didn't. I thought Tottenham played their best game for months last night.
I'm not saying they didn't. I think Vicario must have touched that ball. I lost count how many times he touched that ball. And he can't kick a ball to save his life, right? He just can't. He can't direct a ball. So why keep giving it to him, right? I mean, if he's going to do ball practice and you want to give him ball practice, do it in your own spare time, not when we're out watching a game. Then, of course, we had the injury to Bergvall, which was bad. We had Muani, who was anonymous. I'm shocked at how bad he's been, to be honest with you, because I am and I was a massive fan of his. On comes Richarlison, and we press Mickey van der Ven. Burst through for what I thought was a penalty, and it was a dive, but he lost it.
It wasn't
mate.
a dive. Definitely wasn't a dive.
He clipped his leg, right? I thought it was a penalty. I get told from everybody that it wasn't a penalty.
Yeah, everyone tells me the same thing. The first guy who slid in, I don't know who it was. The first guy who slid in took out Van der Ven and threw him off balance, and Van der Ven then moves to the side to recalibrate and then clips it. It might not have been a penalty, but it's certain, like people saying it was a dive. I'm like, he didn't fucking dive.
It wasn't a dive.
His knee was taken out completely.
I thought it was a pen, Sean, right?
Same, yeah.
From the moment, from where I was, I thought it was a penalty. And he started losing it, mate. He was losing it with the referee. If you see my clips on Instagram, you'll see in the story. He started losing it before the VAR. He completely lost it after the VAR. And I don't think he really calmed down from that moment, to be honest with you.
Almost scored the winner, mate. In the WhatsApp group. I said, Mickey van der Ven is going to score the winner here, and then he's going to headbutt the referee.
He was so fired up, mate. I've got to tell you, Paulinho was fantastic, mate. The goal, the overhead kick was superb. He threw his body on the line 2 or 3 times. He was much better than Bentancur for me in the middle of the park. And he gets the goal, and you're thinking Richarlison was unlucky. He just got his head to the back of the ball, and it just hit the post. And as you said, Mickey with a terrific header, and Petrovic with an absolutely brilliant save, clawing it away. I thought we deserved the draw all day long. I thought our first 15, 20 minutes was okay, but then they grew into the game, and we didn't finish well in that first half. Second half, we came out with real purpose. So the final whistle goes. Obviously, Semenyo, final game on his birthday, scores a goal in the 95th minute. If Hollywood was writing the script, they would say, I love that, but it's not believable. But sir, it's Dr. Tottenham. Okay, let's go with that story. And then the final whistle comes, and Mickey van der Ven just marches straight over to the fan base and starts pointing and remonstrating. And the look on his face, Sean, right? What are you doing, mate? What are you doing?
Was something said, though?
Mate, look, you're a footballer. You take all the upside. Footballers take all the upside. Yeah, you get the pay, you get the adulation. You've got to be able to take some criticism, mate. You've got to be able to take it, right? If it's too hot in the kitchen, get out, mate. Get out the kitchen. What I'm saying to you is, it was over the top. And then what happened was, Xavi standing there completely bemused by what's going on. He hasn't got a clue what's going on. He's looking there like completely puzzled. And in steams Pedro Porro, right? I'm not taking this shit. I'm not taking this. He's getting involved. And then along comes Paulinho, the guy that's on loan. The guy on loan, right? He comes out, he's like, to calm it all down and saying, we're sorry, we're trying our best.
He's a proper leader. That guy should be captain of the football
club.
Yeah,
he goes, we're trying our best, mate. And all this question about whether we should sign Paulinho. I mean, honestly, what more proof do you need with some of the goals he scored for us this season? The 100%. Amount of times he's thrown his body on the line this season, right?
Yeah, he might be limited in but he's everything that Tottenham need right now in terms of a leader on the pitch.
Mate, we don't know if we had another.
When he scores a goal, he cares more. He shows more passion than anybody else.
100%.
And Matthias Tell scored that goal.
Yeah,
I've got to be honest. I didn't mention this on the last show. Matthias Tell scores a goal in the 5th minute.
It was like it was nothing.
It was. I saw Jed Spence go over and push him in the back and give him a hug, and that was it. No one else went over and gave him a hug. As far as I could see, there was no team celebration. There was nothing.
But he didn't even look overly excited himself. The scoring it.
He feels like he's been treated like a prick, and he has been treated like a prick, mate. And he shouldn't be, because he's like he's got the passion right now when everything's going against you. Everything's going against you. The fans are fed up. there's like just all sorts of just chaos. You need people that want to play football. You need people to step up, stand up when they cross the white line, and you know that they're going to give absolutely everything. Like Richarlison deserves to be playing. Matthias Tell deserves to be playing. Kolo Muani, I hold my hands up. I got it wrong about him because I thought, and I still think he is a very, very talented player. Yeah, I said it yesterday. I say it today. He reminds me of Ndombele. All of the talent, none of the fucks. He doesn't give any fucks at all, mate. He doesn't give a shit. He doesn't want to be here. He's languid. He's casual. He's carefree. And that sort of effort. He lost 11 of 12 duels against Truffaut. He lost 11 of 12 duels against that left back.
I say Truffaut, I thought was very good.
Very good, very good. But Muani was absolutely carefree.
Oh, he's terrible, mate. Listen, I'm not dressing it up. Like you, I've been a fan of his since before when he was at Eintracht Frankfurt. And, you know, they paid 95 million for him. I've been a big fan. I'm absolutely shocked. He's probably what's going on in the club. He's probably like berating his agent. How did you ever send me to this shithole? Right. And then after all that, kids, I pan across and I see Thomas Frank coming across and he's getting the boo treatment. And he's 2 claps, turns around, and the look on his face sort of said it all, really.
He's begging for the sack, mate.
What
do you make of the old cup gate?
Oh, mate, look, honestly, I don't read anything into that. I just think...
It's a mistake, honest mistake.
Yeah, listen, like, basically, anyone looking into that, like, I mean, only a moron would actually do that on purpose. Basically, Bournemouth, Arsenal were playing there a few days ago, and the cups are still lying around. And, you know, the person who handed him the coffee should be the guy saying, right, did you do that on purpose? Because I don't think he's even bothered to look, right? He's not bothered to look. I'm not even going to give that one 2 minutes. I think we should be speaking.
Do you think that you always hold the cup? Once you have a cup, do you think you never change? Because like when the picture was there, obviously it was there, right? So you go, okay, that's fair enough. But
I'm not spinning my cup, mate. When I'm holding it, I'm holding it.
You reckon? Okay, fair enough.
Spinning it.
I'm not calling conspiracy on it. I just think it's just super unfortunate. You can imagine when someone went to him, have you seen you've been pictured holding an Arsenal cup? He's gone, oh, for fuck's sake.
I mean, look.
That's all I need.
Look, it all goes into the melting pot. It all goes into the melting pot of disasters, basically. I mean, you know, you can't say anything but that, really, about the whole fair. And to be truthful with you, I think Paddy Power had it right. So to sum up Tottenham's night, penalty chalked off for diving, concede a late goal to lose the game. The goal scorer is an Arsenal fan. Mickey van der Ven offers out his own fans, and the manager is spotted walking around with an Arsenal cup. Sensational stuff. And then what do we get? I'm on my way home. So I left about 2:15, 2:30, and I got home around 1 a.m. And then I see the Cuti Romero post. Look, guys, you know, this shit's been going on for years, okay? I don't question what he's trying to say there, but going on about the lies and the rest of it, mate, which is retracted in the morning. I don't know whether he wrote that and used a translator, or someone has done it for him and he's voiced what it is and it's been lost in translation. But that bit about the lies was retracted straight away, probably by someone in the club, in the PR department of the club, telling him get rid of that now.
Have you seen what he's done since?
Not since, because I've just been out.
I
went to the doctor, Sean, this morning. Woke up, went to the doctor for a scan just to see whether or not I was actually mentally deranged for going.
And they said it's nothing to do with your football club. It's all to do with your
Blatantly.
He put out a phrase saying "El Pueblo marchara con los dirigentes a la cabeza o con la cabeza de los dirigentes, which translates to
I'm a twat.
the people will march with the leaders at the head or with the heads of the leaders, which essentially is a political slogan that was used by a guy, an Argentinian leader called Juan Domingo Perón. It carries a powerful double meaning.
Eva's husband.
Yeah. It carries a powerful double meaning through the play on the word head, which basically means that the people will follow you and support you if you truly represent them and stay at the forefront of their struggle. But if you betray them, disconnect from their needs or fail them, the people will rise up against you and remove you even violently if necessary. He's basically calling for mass protests against the owners, mate.
Yeah,
he hasn't backtracked on the he hasn't backtracked on the lies bit. Someone's just woken up and said remove that. That's an allegation. Yeah. But he's doubled down. If I can't find the initial source of that thing, but that's what someone's put out there saying that he said it. And that translates to basically saying protest against the football club.
Look, I just I don't know where we go from here. But look, guys, this isn't just a Thomas Frank thing, guys. You know, we've lost. I've lost count how many games that we've lost. You know, in the last 60, 65 games, I think we've lost the vast majority of our games. We are the second worst team over the last 2 years, I think, in the Premier League. Only Wolves are worse than us. I mean, this is a malaise. This is a club that's in absolute freefall. We've got rid of Levy. We've got rid of Paratici.
It wasn't the problem.
We've got rid of Kane. We got rid of Son. And we've replaced them with nobody. Johan Lang, right? Demoted by Aston Villa. He's now our leader. I mean, I don't know, mate. We're a bunch of seconds. Yeah. Vinay was number 2. He's now become a number 1. Johan Lang was always a number 2 or a number 3. He's now a number 1. We've got no Son. We've got no Kane. We've got no leaders at the club. You know, we did a poll the other day, which is the biggest shit show in football at the moment? Tottenham Hotspur, Manchester United or Chelsea? And to be honest with you, it's a close run thing. The difference is Chelsea win trophies, Man United win trophies. And yes, we won a trophy, the first one in 17 years in the worst final known to any football-loving fan. But we are in absolute dog shit right now. And I can't see us getting out. Who would want to come? What player now, having watched that last night, would want to come? And what agent would be advising their player? I'll tell you who, Sousa. He was left out of the Santos team. So I would be surprised if he finds his way here. But it's a shit show, Sean.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is, mate. It is. It's a fucking mess, mate. It's a mess. It's also a mess at other clubs, though. Look, anything more you want to speak about Tottenham? Because I've spoken about them for 2 hours. But if you've got more things to get off your chest, look, you get it off your chest.
This isn't. Look, first of all, guys, please hit the subscribe button. We're trying to grow the channel. We're a new channel. If you stumbled upon us, please hit the button, hit the subscribe button, or if you're here, hit the like button. Look, we're fired up. Spurs fans are really fired up today. There was a lot of other fantastic games last night. There's transfer news, but the news always, the gift that keeps on giving is Tottenham Hotspur Football Club to Sky Sports or any news channel, football news channel. We are the club that keeps on giving because we are always ready to implode. If it's not the managers or the players, it's the fans.
Let me ask you a question, mate. Let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
Igor Thiago.
Take him all day long, mate.
Scored a hat-trick last week.
Yeah.
He scored 2 goals last night.
Yeah.
Brentford just smashed Sunderland.
Yeah.
What's the valuation on Igor Thiago?
Well, they ain't going to sell for less than £65 million. Probably the same as Mbeumo.
Strikers come at a premium, didn't they?
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, he looks. He hasn't played that well against Tottenham in the 2 games that I've seen him closely this season. But he's unbelievable output. Unbelievable output.
Listen, look at Harry Wilson. Yeah, all of a sudden he's on a rich frame for him. Look at Dominic Calvert-Lewin. We all laughed. All the people in here from all the different clubs.
Oh, don't even go there.
all the fans in here from the various clubs. We all sighed a sigh of relief when he signed for Leeds United that he didn't come to our club, whichever club there was about 5 or 6 clubs in here, fans in here talking about. Thank God. And the only game he's not scored in the last 8 is the game that I picked him to be my scoring captain. Anyway,
unbelievable.
Where do you want to go with this one, Sean? Do you want to go? Do you want to do
some transfer news, views, and clues, mate? Shall we?
Let's do that first. Yeah, let's go.
All right. 1 second. Let me get the old video up. Let's cue
the
video. Where's the video? Has it disappeared again?
The rumor mill, it's time we went there to speculate, gesticulate on who will go where.
Wowzers. Napoli are willing to evaluate incoming offers for Kevin De Bruyne during the winter transfer window. I mean...
Could you imagine him? I mean, I'm just laughing now. I can't even say the words. I can't even say it, but could you?
Listen, I'd take him in a fucking...
I'd take him limping right now. Kevin De Bruyne with one leg would be a massive
heartbeat. Just for 6 months, steady the ship, see if he still got it in the Premier League. He wouldn't come to us anyway.
He's had a falling out.
He'll go to Saudi or he'll go to Turkey or something, won't he?
Yeah, he's had a falling out. While you're on Napoli, just quickly, I'll throw that one in, is that they've resigned themselves now, Napoli, having spent the last 6 months twerking for Kobe Mainoo. They've now come to the realisation that it's probably going to be a fruitless task now because he's likely to stay now Amorim's gone.
Well, apparently, according to reports this morning, Thomas Frank. This is from who's this from? This is from Stefan Borson, the financial guy. Yeah, he's saying that that Tottenham are well placed to make a move for Man United star Kobe Mainoo this month.
What, on loan, you mean?
He's saying that former Man City advisor Stefan Borson told Football Insider Tottenham are one of the clubs who could afford to sign Mainoo in the January window. Tottenham's Frank is looking to strengthen his side following the disappointing recent run of form. Speaking exclusively, Borson said, "I think there's a good chance that somebody like Spurs would pay £40 million for him." I think the big issue is the big issue there anyway is of the clubs that could pay £40 million. Would he want to go? I think you can rule out any of the other big 6, apart from aside from potentially Spurs. I don't think Spurs particularly need him, but they're one that could afford it. Would he want to go to Spurs? I don't know. Maybe. I guess they're one on the edge.
You sure you got the right Balsam? You kept mentioning the big issue. It's not Mr. Balsam that sells the big issue outside of Old Trafford. All right, look.
Listen, I don't really want Kobe Mainoo. I need a fucking leader, bro. I need someone to come in that's got a bit of fucking... I want someone who's going to rattle some heads.
Sean, I don't... we can't afford the nannying fees to look after all these kids, mate. We need someone that's going straight in. Listen, I quite like the kid. He's gone from...
Arnold Schwarzenegger in. Kindergarten cop.
Hero to zero. That's what we've got right now.
Get to the playground. Get to the playground now. What are you saying? What's your story?
No, I can't see Kobe Mainoo. We need someone who's going to come in right now and offer us instant gratification. And that's it in a nutshell. Arsenal are linked with an interest and a move from Timo Livramento. Because they don't have enough defenders right now. Just in case they have 8 defenders out injured, they can still field a team capable of going all the way to the Champions League final. AC Milan is more of an appeal to Nathan Ake after West Ham rather laughably made an offer for him. Oh, yeah, I'm going to leave Manchester City and I'm going to go to, at 30 years of age, and I'm going to go to West Ham. AC Milan are showing interest in Nathan Ake. That would be a good move for him. He could probably play in that league for another 3 or 4 years comfortably.
They're also interested in Nottingham Forest centre-back Murillo. As sporting director, Igli Tare explores options to strengthen the defence. Moves for Skriniar and Federico Gatti have proven difficult, prompting Milan to revisit interest in Joe Gomez of Liverpool fame. Axel Disasi is also admired, but faces competition from Roma and West Ham and is not considered a top priority. Milan looking for a centre-back. It's amazing, isn't it? Some of the, like, Milan look at Axel Disasi. Like, AC Milan, one of the best teams in the Serie A. Yeah. Looking at Axel Disasi is one of the worst centre-backs in the Premier League.
Well, this is it. I mean,
they all terrible, bro. At least he's terrible in this league.
Listen, I don't get it. There are better defenders in Italy for sure. Here's another one. I don't want to make this about Spurs all the time, but this is quite laughable as well. Obviously, Omar Mamouche struggling for game time right now, being pursued by 2 clubs, Tottenham Hotspur and Aston Villa. If he was to leave, is there any chance at all that he would choose us over Aston Villa? Answer, in my opinion, no.
No. Yeah, listen, I think you got to look at, it takes a strong character to look at a sinking ship like what Tottenham appears to be and go, I can be the difference there.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I mean, look at Brennan Johnson. Brennan Johnson went to Crystal Palace not knowing whether he was going to be playing for, for Glasner for too long.
Yeah.
2 performances, 0 goals, 0 assists, 0 shots on goal, 0 shots on target, 0 chances.
Listen, we would be laughing right now if we weren't laughable ourselves. That's the problem. Talking about an old boy, Bayern Munich are seriously looking at offering Harry Kane a fantastic extension to his Bayern Munich contract to up the ante, because let's be honest, he's been nothing short of sensational. Everything they thought he was going to be, he's been, and more and more. I mean, he's just proved that he is truly world class. There was always that doubt because he was playing for Spurs. I wonder whether he's in Germany, smashing it up there and thinking to himself, I should have done this years ago. I should have left years ago. I could have been anywhere. I still feel in the back of my head, I don't know. I still feel that there's a chance that he could go out to Barcelona. I don't know why. He probably can't afford him, but
nah, he'll stay at Bayern Munich. Unless Pochettino goes to Manchester United, and then he might go to Manchester United.
Yeah, well, you never know. You never know. Crystal Palace is still trying to do some business, though, obviously, with a lot of players being linked away. Adam Walton, Gahey. They're looking for a replacement for Walton, and they're looking at the moment at João Gomez. Would Wolves be willing to let João Gomez go now, knowing full well that they're probably going to end up relegated, and then start building the funds up to build for next season? Because I can't see João Gomez staying next season.
No, he'll definitely go in the summer. Listen,
I'll take him
all day long, mate. All day long, and twice on Sunday. He's a baller. There's another one. Who's that? Is it Mane? Who's the player?
The striker.
The striker who's suddenly doing a little bit.
Yeah.
Everyone's new favourite toy to throw around the name, Go and get with this guy. I don't know. But yeah, Wolves look like they're slightly better, but there's just too big of a hill to catch up for them. The climb is too steep. They're down. They're Dunskies. Let's do a couple of super chilly chit-chats quickly, Johnny, if you don't mind. Dean Lord, Chew Dini. Big up to the Chew. Big up to the Chew. Dini, big up to you, my man. Thank you so much. Always here, always supporting, as always, buddy. Appreciate you very much indeed. The Big D, big up to you, D. He says, I thought you were a picture of Henry Wright. So, thoughts on Frank, fellas, and people still backing him? I've seen no progress. Last good game was against City. Certain creators on YouTube only blame the players.
I blame both. I've got to be honest with you. I've got to blame both. You can't say that the players are nothing to do, with some of the stuff going on. But there were elements last night of improvement. But I was fuming last night. I came out and said, surely he can't go on. But I was fuming, right? When you've taken, 10 hours of your day to go and watch it, and the players behave the way they did, blanking the fans at the beginning, their behaviour after the game. As I said, you're lauded. You are paid incredible sums of money. Okay, you have to suck it up.
I agree.
You just don't go to the fans and start abusing them, mate. I'm sorry, you just don't do it. Suck it up.
He was pointing out one specific fan.
I don't know how he did that, Sean, because he did it. He was pointing it out from a long walk away. Right?
Oh, right. It wasn't fair enough. You were there.
No, I don't know who he was pointing.
It just looked like when I saw the clip on from Cowlin, and Cowlin was like, I think, quite far up.
I'm surprised he wasn't on the pitch.
He was pointing at one guy, going, "Come on, then," and then the people that were in the lower rows were looking over their shoulder, looking at who he was pointing at. So I'm just saying, like, maybe some guy was doing that to him from doing that to him or whatever from a distance, but it looked like his anger was aimed at one guy specifically. But then there was like 3 or 4 rowdy blokes that were in the front row. I don't know if you saw that. Them guys, and they were having a crack at Porro, and Porro was like, "Go on, come on in."
Yeah.
But like, and the guy looked like a proper rough bloke. You want to get some of the guys that go away from home, Johnny. We've been away. I know you go away a lot more than I do, but we've been there. Some of the guys that go away from home are rough people.
Yeah, mate.
They're like, they don't mind.
Yeah, like, if you don't make the tea hot enough, you could find yourself flat in your face. Look, I admire everyone who goes home and away watching this over the last 3 years. I question my sanity often, coming back, hours in the car, hours getting there, hours coming back, and you watch that, no heart, no passion, and it's a hard watch.
I hear you, mate.
And like the Big D there, he's travelled from the game. I've got a guy who I speak to who travels from Belgium. There was a guy who I met, big up to him if you're watching, who I met on Saturday, who travels from every game, Sean, from Yorkshire, home and away. He comes down to London. He stayed in London for a week to watch Crystal Palace, Brentford, and Sunderland.
Yeah, horrendous.
What's this one?
The commitment and the cost, and just like the struggle, the strain it probably puts on their family lives.
100%.
It's absolutely fair and fine for these people to vent. You're absolutely spot on, Johnny. They are protected class of people that get to drink the nicest drinks, eat the nicest food, live in the nicest houses, sleep in the nicest beds because of our money.
Yeah. Don't pay in restaurants. Often take it. You have it on me.
Yeah, of course, all that stuff, right? The best life in the world, and all the fame and all the fortune and all the popularity. If you think that people having a crack at you isn't okay, then you're the one that's missing the point. When you compare the lives of people that find the money from whatever they do, whether they dig ditches, whether they're bankers, it doesn't matter what you do for a living. If you can find the money and the time to go and support your team, come rain or shine, everywhere around the country or around the world. And by the way, and this is not just, I'm not just saying this is like just for the people that go have the right to do that. Anyone has the right to have a crack at people that you pay your money. If you run a business and your clients feel that you are underserving them, you are going to lose your client's business. And before you do, they're going to tell you what they think about you. The difference is that the football clubs know that you're never going to lose your fan because they're loyal to the core. They're not going to pick another team. They're not going to find another company, another football club. So The only thing they can do is tell you how they feel.
Listen, look, if I fly BA and I get on my plane and my seat is screwed up and my meal is shocking and I can't, and it's a disaster, I'm going to tell them. And if they turn around to me and start pointing their finger at me, go, how fucking dare you? You got no right. Shut the fuck up. Right? Yeah. What are you talking about?
You're never going to fly with them again.
Correct.
Right?
Correct.
But if you only have one option to fly, because that's your football club, then you're going to continue to tell them how much you fucking think that they're shit.
Yeah, and fans have. Listen, I went to the toilet, right? And all I could hear was sideways and backwards everywhere we go, right? It's not the first time. I heard it at Brentford, okay? When that's all it was, sideways and backwards everywhere we go. That's the song that's being adopted now by the tactics. I know.
I don't think it was sideways and backwards everywhere we went last night, though. I thought we played all right, but
yeah,
I get it. I hear you. Let's crack on. Chris Cowlin tweeted at 4:01. Was that January the 1st or January the 4th? I think you're saying.
Yeah.
Frank has stopped the Spurs players walking around the pitch in front of home fans pre-game. Maybe similar away as well. It's poor. Yeah, it is. Yeah, you can't it's just shit. Let's avoid the toxicity. No, how about fucking fix the toxicity by working,
holding out your hand, engaging with the fans, and killing that toxicity with kindness. How about that?
100%. Big up to Logan as well. Thank you very much for the last man. Big up to Ledley's Knees. Big up to Logan for the super sticker. Choo choo to my man. Choo choo to you. Let's get back into the transfer news, views and clues, mate.
It's a big one, Shawnee. Here's a big one. Big question. Look, they've more or less handed the title, everyone, to Arsenal. But Gavidal suffering a serious tibial fracture. Massive blow. Do they go all out to get Mark Gahey? Can they get Mark Gahey? Because if they don't, I can't see them not only not winning the league, not winning the cup. I can't see them actually doing anything, to be truthful with you. I can see Newcastle beating them, and I can see them not doing anything in the Champions League. I think they desperately need a top centre-back. Would Mark Gahey, can they? They've nicked Semenyo because he looked like he could go to Liverpool, but he said, I only want to go Man City. Could Manchester City steal a march on Mark Gahey, or is he destined for Liverpool?
They absolutely could. They absolutely could. But Guardiola plays left back normally for them in the back four. So I wonder whether that also puts any blinkers on the idea of who is it? Nathan Ake, who was looking to leave? Was it Ake? Yeah. Ake. So Ake's back in probably, right? But yeah, in terms of Guardiola, I think they might do it. I think they might do it because I think that most. I mean, maybe Gahey wants to go to Liverpool. Maybe he does. Look, but either way, he's got his pick, isn't he? He's going to pick a good team to go to.
He's got his pick. I mean, for me, I just think wherever he goes, he's going to be a fantastic asset to the club. Again, last night, against Villa, commanding. He's just a top defender. Top. I'm just trying to think now. What will happen now, do you think? So we go to Manchester United. After the reports of Lisandro Martinez confronting Ruben Amorim, do you think he's got a future at the club? I mean, he's a player that's been injured more than he's played for Man United in the last few months. Do you reckon he'll stay?
Who, sorry?
Lisandro Martinez.
I forgot about him, to be honest. I think he'll stay there. I think he's too good. They can't afford to let anybody go. I don't think there'll be any change there. Not too sure about that one, mate, to be honest. Other news, Manchester City, Tottenham and Newcastle are all showing interest in Roma right back Wesley Franca. The Premier League trio has tracked the 22-year-old before his move from Flamengo and has been impressed by his Serie A performances. Roma are not under pressure to sell, but a deal could be considered as Gasperini looks to strengthen his squad, particularly in attack. I don't know anything about this guy. Do you know anything about this guy?
No, not this particular one. No, I don't. I'm afraid there's There's so many links out there at the moment. One player who Arsenal have, who I feel, although Arsenal have been desperately trying to keep him, I think he's going to end up leaving, and that's Ethan Nwaneri. I think they brought in too many world-class defenders that he's going to struggle to get a game. I mean, we saw that Chelsea were really pushing hard to try and sign him. They offered him a big deal, and he stayed. But Bournemouth also looking to sign him because obviously they're desperate for defenders. Can you see Nwaneri leaving Arsenal, or do you think he'll tough it out?
On a loan deal, maybe. I think on a loan deal, or maybe if they do sell him, it will be have a buyback or something. I think the guy, like, he's come through the youth academy.
Yeah,
I think that you'll see maybe like a sale, a loan with an option that also includes a buyback or something.
Or do you think that the PSR value of him selling him for like 40 million or 35, 40 million would be too big to resist, to give them that more wiggle room to go and buy even more players?
Yeah, but I mean, everyone, has he done that much, mate? I know he's obviously a talent.
No, look what's above him, Sean.
No, I know that. I'm just saying though, but I don't know. Is he just another Mikey Moore?
Well, no, Nwaneri's like, I don't know. He's more like sort of a winger than a. I don't
style. I just mean like another player that comes with a huge expectation because he's one of the better players to have broken through. But I don't really remember him ever being that magical in his moments in the Arsenal team. So
listen, I mean, look, he's. I was getting mixed up with Skelly. I mean, obviously he's a midfielder, but he's not going to get any game time. Where's he getting game time? He's not getting game time. I can't, what in the Carabao Cup is he going to get a game? But if he goes, that gives Arsenal, big money on the FFP and PSR because he's not going to go for less than. Look, Eddie Nketiah went for 35 million. He's not going for less than that. Definitely not. Definitely not. Another one that Arsenal talking about makes me laugh. Mikel Arteta on Eberechi Eze. Ebbs has been exceptional when he's played, and when he hasn't played, that's a big quality that we have in the squad. The way he trains every day, the way he wants it, the way he wants to make everything that it takes to change my mind to make me pick him. He's been phenomenal, and that's not easy. I'm very confident that we're going to see the great version of Eberechi Eze. Bullshit or truth to that, do you think?
Look, I'm sure he'll play more as the season goes on, but I'm certainly we said this before he went. Like, where's he going to play? Where's he going to play? We said it. I don't know why he went there. Yeah. We said it. Like, who's he going to play in front of? Is he going to really play in front of Odegaard? A better informed version of Odegaard? No.
Yeah.
Is he really going to play in front of, like, they've just signed Noni Madueke? They just
it's so many top players. They've got Martinelli players there.
Yeah, Eze needs to play football. Like, if I'm honest, I'm sure Eze's sitting there going, I can't wait to win a Premier League title, but I'm not really feel like I'm contributing to it.
Well, he won't be going to the World Cup unless he starts playing football. That's for sure, right? So that's another thing. Could have come to Spurs and got some game time and had the fans abuse him.
He's been crap at Arsenal, said Anthony. Anthony's an Arsenal fan.
Anthony, yeah, it's been crap. Yeah, listen.
Well, apart from against Tottenham.
Listen, he wasn't against Tottenham. Listen, he's still a really good player, Eze. I'm not. I'm not.
He should have come to Tottenham, though.
Yeah, I think so. I think so. The other
thing, do you want to be a bit participant in a team's success, or do you want to be a champion amongst a team's failure?
Listen, look, if Odegaard gets injured, he walks straight back into the team. The other bit of news, obviously, is it's not really startling news. I think Saka's deal should be going through soon. I'm pretty confident that will get done. God only knows what they're offering him. but it must be a mega deal because there's lots of interest coming from the top clubs.
How many goals has Saka scored? Saka scored like 2 goals in a year.
I know.
Or something.
He ain't going to make any difference, mate. He's not going to make any difference because he's a top player. And, form is temporary, Sean. Class is permanent.
It's not temporary at the moment, though, is it?
No, he hasn't been brilliant. He's not done brilliant. But listen,
maybe he's turning into a little bit of the next Dele Alli. I don't know. He's not on it, mate. He hasn't been on it for some time. But you know what? He'll still walk into the England team and he'll still get all the minutes. And he'll probably, I don't know. There's certain players that just get a. Sorry, if you can hear the squeak, my Bugsy's squeezing.
You haven't trod on the dog, have you? That's what.
No, she's. I bought her a duck that's got a squeezy thing, and it's. Hang on, let me close the door. 1 second. Carry on, Johnny.
The dog is chewing the crap out of the duck toy. Aston Villa are interested in signing Atletico Madrid midfielder Thiago Almada. Have Aston Villa got wiggle room?
They're signing who? Sorry,
Thiago Almada. They're looking at
from Atletico Madrid. The ex-Leon guy.
Mm-hmm.
He's a fucking baller. He's such a good player. I love Thiago Almada. He's amazing.
Listen,
sorry about Bugsy, guys. Sorry about. I've closed the door, but you can still hear it. That squeaky thing is so fucking noisy.
We can't hear it too bad. You can't hear it too bad. It can't be. I mean, listen. Spurs nose is pressed up against the window at Harrods, but the reality is we're shopping at the middle aisle of Lidl. That's the reality right now. I don't expect any big name signings. Maybe Conor Gallagher on loan.
I'll take Thiago Almada all day long.
There's a whole load of players I'd take, mate. A whole load of players. It looks to me like one of the played out contract negotiations, which has been going on for months now. Deo Upamecano, it looks like they finally reached an agreement with Bayern Munich to extend his contract. As according to Fabrizio Romano, he had loads of interest throughout the whole of Europe, but they obviously offered him the big bucks. They can't afford to let him go. They were obviously looking at Mark Gahey themselves, but maybe Mark Gahey said he's got no interest in moving to Germany, which maybe triggered that one. They were also interested in, for a short space of time, in Kanate, but that's gone by the wayside.
I honestly I cannot believe that Raspadori, right, Giacomo Raspadori, what a player he is. I was talking about him last summer as like, why don't Spurs look at him from Napoli? He goes for 22 million euros to Atletico Madrid. I don't know what's happened there. Maybe he's had a fallout with, the Atletico management or whatever else. But they're sending him back on loan for €1.5 million loan fee to Roma. Maybe he's just homesick. Maybe he just wants to go back to Italy. I don't know.
It happens, mate.
It happens. I don't know. I don't know the story, but Roma are about to close in. Like, how do these clubs in Italy go and get these players for so cheap? And these players, and they don't earn huge money, and yet English clubs don't go.
Because
we'll pay you more. We'll pay the player more. We'll pay the club more.
Mate,
it's £15 million for Raspadori. He's a baller.
Listen, if you go from Italy and buy someone in France, it's one price. If someone comes from the Premier League to buy it, it's another. It's as simple as that. One player that Bayern Munich aren't going to be hanging on to is the injury-prone Kim Min-jae. But it seems to still be attracting Chelsea's attention because they need some fillers. Because they got leaks at the back, they got injuries, and they can afford probably to put him on loan. But one player they do like the look of, they've been looking at him since the summer, is Fermin Lopez, and obviously Rafael Leao. Fermin Lopez, Rafael Leao, which one would you take?
I would take. Well, Lopez is a striker, isn't he? Fermin Lopez.
Yeah, they're attacking. They're looking for attacking strength. You can only have one.
For which club?
Chelsea.
Oh, Lopez.
Yeah.
All day long. Raphael, you don't need Raphael Leao at Chelsea.
No, I think he's, for
They've
me...
got enough wingers, mate. They've got more wingers than Nando's, bro. We've done this for a million times. They've got enough wingers. They just need someone to put the ball in the back of the net. Lopez all day long.
And Raphael Leao is spending too much time doing rap music, mate. Concentrate on your football.
Right.
Do your
He's another player that's got all the talent in the world, but none of the follow-throughs. Inconsistent mentality midget.
Correct. There's an interesting one. I'd love to know what the chat thinks about this one. Liverpool are considering a move for former Manchester United forward Mason Greenwood. The 24-year-old Englishman has been fantastic for Marseille.
Never, ever going to happen.
No. You don't see him ever coming back to the Premier League?
Sure as fuck not to Liverpool. No fucking chance.
Yeah.
Ex-Manchester United guy.
Yeah. Going to
accused of all those horrible things.
Where do they come up with these stories, Sean, do you think?
Huh?
I mean, forget that because, I mean, that's the laughable story. But could you ever see a way that Mason Greenwood comes back to the Premier League? I mean, has time passed? He's still with the girl.
Yeah. No, I know. I hear you. Football fans don't care about context, mate.
No,
they don't care about context. They'll just abuse him. He'd have to be such an incredibly strong character, and I don't think that would. I don't know if he is or he isn't. But the club also would have to. That the club would have unbelievable pressure from women's groups, women's rights groups, all this stuff. I think the country is not for him. It doesn't matter whether or not he did what he did or he didn't, or whether the woman's his wife or all that shit's irrelevant. Like the fan base, the fact like he would get annihilated everywhere he went. And I also would fear for his safety on the street. I
think it'd be mad. I mean, he's obviously idolised in France. They don't give a shit about his history.
They don't care about that stuff. Yeah, no. And he's a very, very talented player. Super talented player. If that thing hadn't happened, I'd say he'd probably be an 80-90 million pound player right now.
100%. He can score with left foot, right foot. He'd probably be playing for England right now. I'll be brutally honest. When I first saw him break through, I thought it was a Harry Kane, not Harry Kane replacement, but I thought he would be following up being in the England team. More realistic Liverpool target is the PSG winger attacker Bradley Barcola.
Mm-hmm.
Liverpool rumoured to be finalising a big bid. Do you think that's why they never went for Semenya?
They're also about to make a bid for Yandy Amandi as well, apparently.
Yeah.
Yandy Amandi.
I mean, he did a 42.
Who grew up in Florida.
42 GA last year, Barcola. How much is he worth? How much is that going to take to get him out?
Oh, yeah, he's 75 million quid.
Would you take who's better? Who's the better player, Desiree Doué or Bradley Barcola?
Isn't
it? They always replace.
Desiree Doué's got longer on his tank, so. But they're both unbelievable. Both versatile. They can swap.
I prefer Desiree Doué personally. He's my favourite of the two. But they always seem to swap each other out. So it'd be interesting one. That to me,
but both players would suit the Premier League.
Oh yeah, but I mean,
I think Bradley Barcola would be amazing in the Premier League. I think.
Could you imagine? I'd love to see him there. What a player he'd be in the league. And you can see him playing for Liverpool. You could see him easily fitting in. And the last thing about Liverpool is they still feel they could be in the race for Mark Gahey, according to Fabrizio Romano. But I'll be interested to see. He's not going to be swayed, Mark Gahey. He's his own man. So we will see. Manchester United are interested in signing Bosnian defender Tarik Muharamovic.
Oh, yeah?
Do not ever ask me to say that again. And one that's definitely going to go out the door if they can get him out is Manuel Ugarte, who's got interest coming from Ajax.
Oh man, I think he's a player that will go back to being a really good player somewhere else. Johnny, stay where you are, mate. Someone's at my door. 1 second, buddy.
Yeah, no worries. We've also got, obviously, Real Madrid. I mentioned it before, looking at Adam Walton, as are many other clubs at the moment, which is why I said that there's a very good chance that João Gomez will be a big interest to Crystal Palace. And I think, if he doesn't go to a bigger club than Palace, I would be surprised. Other news: Tottenham linked with West Ham attacker. I can't see this one happening either. Is Jared Bowen? I can't see Danny Dyer allowing this one. It was one thing, Mohamed Kudus going to Spurs, but I can't see them being okay with Jared Bowen leaving West Ham and the sinking ship. Jared Bowen, no chance, mate.
Going where?
Spurs. Linked again, Sean.
Mate, I'll take him in a heartbeat. I love him. I love him to come. Johnny, how many more stories you got, mate?
No. I think that's it. Let's go to the results. Yeah, do you want to do
that tomorrow, mate? I've got to run, buddy. I've got to jump. Big up to Glyn. There's a new member of the show. Big up to you, my man. Thank you very much indeed. Thank you very much for your support. Appreciate you guys. Can we do the results tomorrow, mate?
Okie dokie. Yeah, can do.
All right, mate. Got to go. Appreciate everyone. Please do hit the like button, the subscribe button, the notification buttons.
And please hit the like and the subscribe button, guys, on your way out or on your way in, or if you're listening later. Guys, thanks a lot for listening.
Hey guys.
Take care. Bye.